In this session, we're going to talk about one of the most important foundations of financial success, your money mindset, and your ability to set meaningful financial goals. Many people believe that financial success is determined only by income, but the truth is, your habits, beliefs, and decisions about money often have a greater impact than how much you earn. Today, we'll explore how your mindset influences your financial choices, identify common limiting beliefs about money, and learn a practical framework. Whether you're just starting your financial journey or looking to improve your current situation, this session will provide tools you can begin using immediately. Let's start with a simple question. Why do some people consistently make progress financially while others struggle despite earning similar incomes? The answer often comes down to mindset. Your money mindset is the collection of beliefs and attitudes you have about money. These beliefs are usually formed during childhood through family experiences, cultural influences, and personal experiences. For example, if someone grows up hearing phrases like "money doesn't grow on trees" or "rich people are greedy," those messages can shape behaviors for years. Your mindset affects how you earn, spend, save, invest, and even how comfortable you feel discussing money. If we want to improve our financial situation, we must first understand how we think about money. There are generally two types of money mindsets, a scarcity mindset and an abundance mindset. A scarcity mindset believes there will never be enough money, opportunities, or resources. People with this mindset often make decisions based on fear. An abundance mindset believes opportunities can be created and financial growth is possible through learning, planning, and consistent action. Let's compare them. A scarcity mindset says, "I can never get ahead." An abundance mindset says, "With the right plan and effort, I can improve." A scarcity mindset focuses on limitations. An abundance mindset focuses on possibilities. The goal isn't blind optimism. It's developing confidence that your actions today can create better results tomorrow. Many of us carry limiting beliefs about money without realizing it. Some common examples include, "I'm just not good with money." "I don't earn enough to save." "Investing is only for wealthy people." "It's too late for me to build wealth." These beliefs often become self-fulfilling. If you believe you can't save, you probably won't try. If you believe investing is only for wealthy people, you'll avoid learning about it. A powerful exercise is to identify one limiting belief you currently hold and challenge it. Ask yourself, is this belief absolutely true? What evidence exists that it may not be true? What new belief would better support my financial goals? Changing your beliefs can change your behavior. Before setting goals, we need awareness. You cannot improve what you do not measure. Many people know they earn, but not where it goes. Financial awareness begins with tracking. Track your income, track your expenses, track your debts, track your savings. When you understand your financial reality, you can make informed decisions. Think of it like driving a car. Your financial numbers are your dashboard. Once you understand where you are financially, the next step is deciding where you want to go. Goals give direction. Without them, decisions are reactive. With goals, your money begins working towards something meaningful. Financial goals provide motivation and help you prioritize spending. Every dollar has a purpose. Instead of wondering where your money went, you'll know exactly where it was intended to go. Goals turn dreams into plans. One of the most effective goal-setting methods is called SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Let's look at an example. Instead of saying, "I want to save more money," a SMART goal would be much clearer. "I will save $3,000 for an emergency fund within the next 12 months by automatically depositing $250 each month into a savings account." Notice how much clearer and actionable that goal becomes. Specific goals create specific actions. Thank you for watching. If you found this session valuable, please like, subscribe, and share this video. I'll see you in the next video.